All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Okuoma ambush. Troops recover decomposing hearts of killed white soldiers. Let me see. Let me just read this short excerpt for you. Troops of the Nigeria military conducting search and rescue operations in Okuoma community in Ughelli local government area for the killers of 18 officers and soldiers of the Nigerian army have recovered the decomposing hearts of some of the killed soldiers while the manhunt continues. Director of Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buba, who made this known on Friday, stated that the body parts of the soldiers were recovered during clearance operations. He said troops have continued the manhunt for the perpetrators of the barbaric killing of 18 soldiers that occurred on 14th of March 2024. According to clearance operations as well as condone and search work conducted to, among other things, recovered the weapons of the deceased soldiers. So this was still very highly trending this week. There's quite a lot going on with this situation. Okuoma has now become popular for this because some of us did not know about this community until now. Any updates you have for us on this, Chief?
Yeah, this breaks our heart. Like Rich said, sympathies to the families of fallen soldiers, heroes as they were, and also the innocent people that have been made to take the fall concerning the backlash that has come allegedly from the military trying to launch after the killers, the murderers of these gallant soldiers. That said, it frightens me to see that Nigerian authorities are not really working on the possibility of using intelligence and proper law enforcement to apprehend the killers of these soldiers. What I suspect that has been going on is this extrajudicial stuff. But the military authorities in Nigeria are denying this fact. Well, if they must be able to push through this this level of deniability as to the kind of untoward and unlawful rule of engagement being used to launch after the killers of these soldiers. Why is it that they are not allowing independent journalists, reporters, observers, fact-finding individuals to have access to that community? At the time, there was the speculation that the governor of Delta State, the state where this unfortunate incident happened, was not even allowed to go near Okuoma or the other communities that were involved. And then there have been allegations of the military widening their dragnet to lay siege on communities in faraway places, far-flung places like communities in Bayelsa State, all in the name of looking for the killers of these soldiers. So that said, our plea is for everybody to be reasonable at this time, because I've also had the sentiment that, why would we at SharpEdgeNewsTV.com try to say that Bola Tinubu shouldn't have issued the kind of marching order given to the military. Yes, they could maintain the posture of a serious commander-in-chief, but not to the extent of not making sure that these people do not run amok. Because Nigerians, like I said, that element of being creative in how we look for the criminals within us, that is a little bit deficient, if not totally lacking. you give that kind of blanket order, what soldiers do. They go whoop people, they kill, they do all kinds of stuff. And it's been said that there are decomposing bodies, right? Caught uh, between shrubs and what's it called? Forests around this Okuoma community. So, who is speaking the truth here? And like philosophers and thinkers of old have said, particularly in the context of Nigeria, truth is the first casualty when there is a state of anarchy, when there is a state of war. So we do not know and we cannot believe. Again, that takes us back to the antecedents that had been um, known with people like Lai Mohammed. You never can tell when the government of Nigeria is telling the truth. And we don't know when
they're
citizens, when citizens too are exaggerating or stretching the story. We never will be able to get a true picture of this unless access is allowed for every concerned individuals to be able to know the story. But we must sharpen our intelligence and law enforcement capabilities in Nigeria the way it is now, which is why, apart from this ambush of soldiers and wanton waste of um, valuable lives. That is why bandits numbering over 100 will ride on bikes, invade communities, and take away people. It's the same thing that is driving this kind of tragedy.
Okay.
So we need to approach it all with utmost caution and make sure that.
I'm gonna play this 1 minute video. I want to hear your thoughts on it with regards to this same story. Okay.
Right.
And as part of efforts to restore peace in the country, the military has declared one of the leaders of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, wanted. According to a statement by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, Mr. Ekpa and other insurgents and criminals are wanted for undermining the security of the country. Mr. Ekpa, who is number 78 on the list, has been accused of secessionist agitations under IPAB. Meanwhile, military authorities also declared 96 other persons wanted alongside Simon Ekpa, alongside him, as efforts continue to track down those responsible for the murder of the military personnel who were on a peace mission in Okuoma community, Delta State. A banner of wanted suspected terrorists and their cohorts have been released, and the military says the banners will be deployed in strategic areas across the country for ease of recognition and arrest of the wanted persons.
All right. So so what is his name? Sam Ekpa or something like that. It's been declared wanted alongside with 96 other people. Is there a connection?
I suspect Sam Ekpa lives somewhere in Finland. If
Yes, that's correct.
So yeah, I do not. You see, Nigeria needs to really strike a balance on how it goes after people with all kinds of grievances and agitations. Because if the same passion that is and emotion that they are thrown into looking for Ekpa is also thrown into how they go after bandits, people plundering vast communities and places with a solid mineral endowments all over Nigeria, they would earn everybody's accolade. I don't want to speak to the issue of Ekpa because the same way they demonized Nnamdi Kanu for the legitimate demand that the people of southeastern Nigeria should be treated with dignity and respect. I do not want to speak to the style of to the style of Ekpa because I don't want to really act in wrong conscience. That guy may have a legitimate demand. Why don't they find out more about what these people really want? Why don't they talk to them instead of just declaring them persona non grata and hanging all kinds of charges on them? So this is my take on this. It's a matter. I mean, it's a kind of political hot potato. It's a matter that we all have to be cautious about. The way they have treated Omo Eleshowore in Nigeria, the way they have treated, the way they are currently treating Nnamdi Kanu, and then I hope that is not what they are trying to do to Ekpa. I do not want to speak to his situation yet because I'm still studying it.
Okay.
But if he is inciting all kinds of reckless violence, definitely we must condemn that. We must express our objection to that. But we want to just vilify people, crucify them, apologies to Christians this Easter season, and then just make sure that they are taken to the gallows for legitimate demand. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to have the blood of innocent people on my hands. So Nigerian state must be very cautious. They must be cautious. Okay, they have rescued them, according to the governor of Kaduna State today, about 132 school pupils. I don't know the exact figure. We had 200 plus before. But are we hearing anything about the perpetrators of the crime?
Exactly.
Even when you ask questions about how much was paid,
it's a
if
question.
anything was paid, you are told to mind your business. That if one child was caught in that kind of a tragic situation, you would do whatever to rescue. They don't want to be accountable. No passion to bring them to justice. Now, a part that lives in Finland or wherever is the one they are excited about. Now, today, Nigeria is always parading one list or the other. The one, the Lagos so-called Super Court the other day, that was assisting, what was the name of this Hush Puppy? What has become of his matter? The one that
Abakiari, right?
Yes. What has become of his matter? A statement about Ekpa that lives as
They might just tell him
maybe,
just lay low. They'll tell him lay low. Everything will pass away.
good luck to them. The one that embezzled the pension funds of so many people. They gave him a slap on the wrist.
You know what, Chief? Speaking of pension, right? Let's get into that, right? Do us a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and follow. And we'll be back in 20 seconds. We're about to talk about pensions, okay?